Hello, everybody, and welcome to another vintage cube draft. Slam dunk first pick here. Mana Crypt is amazing. One of the best cards in the format. It's better than Soul Ring sometimes. The drawback is real. You lose 1.5 damage per turn. If you're trying to play a really slow blue-white control deck, that can really be a problem. So it's at its best in aggressive decks or combo decks. Other first pickable cards are Mana Leak, Sulfuric Vortex, Sneak Attack, maybe Council's Judgment, but pretty easy Mana Crypt here. Okay, so we want to pair this in an aggressive deck, ideally. We do see a few interesting aggressive cards. There's Strip Mine, which is great. Also, like Swift Spear, could take Scalding Tarn, could take Scrapwork Mutt. Blade Splicer is like a turn one play off of this. I think I'm hoping to end up in either mono red or mono white with this start. But I want to delay the decision. We could take Scrapwork Mutt, which kind of delays the decision. This can play in mono white as well. But I think I'm going to take the Strip Mine here, actually. Yeah, none of these cards are amazing. If we saw like Ragavan or Thalia, I would take that. But these are like decent red and white creatures. I don't want to commit to one yet. And like, say white is getting drafted. I would so much rather be like in the mono red open lane than the mono white than like fighting for white but having a Blade Splicer. So we'll take the Strip Mine. Ooh, okay. Well, that's one of the cards that's worth going for. Palace Jailer is very, very strong. Worth noting that there's like only black in this pack. We see not like no red, and not much red and not much white. Could take the Sunbit Canyon if we want to play both, but we'll take the Jailer, and hopefully white is open and immediately rewarded with a pack that makes white look great. Um, hmm. I'm really only looking at Cathar Commando and Usher of the Fallen here. Cathar Commando is more powerful, but if we are mono white, we want a ton of one drops. I think I'm still going to take the Commando. It's a lot more likely that the Usher of the Fallen comes around. Yeah, we'll take the Cathar Commando here. Close pick, but this card's really good. Ooh, another really good pack for us. I think we're going to take the Jite. Reprieve is good as well. It plays well with the Commando, but Jite is really, really strong, and like in general, I think we're going to be tapping out mostly. And we also might be getting Stoneforge, so we'll take this. Wow. Super late Swords to Plowshares. Flooded Strand is there too, but Mono White is looking super open. You don't normally see this card going 6th. Yeah, I'm happy we didn't take like Monastery Swift Spear. We're just going to be Mono White, I think, and it's going to be amazing. Now we get Wasteland. That's great. Retrofitter Foundry, Godless Shrine, Winds of Abandon, all reasonable cards, but getting Wasteland and Strip Mine is very powerful. All right, I love the start. I keep on talking about how open white is, but less than half of our cards are white. But I think this is going to go really, really well. I have a good feeling about this draft. I actually don't think I've drafted mono white once this whole season so far. Gotten 10 trophies, but they've all been like... Actually, I have a little thing. I have screenshots of all my trophy decks. I think I missed one just because I forgot. But Blue Eye Control, Reanimator, Jeskai Twin, Blue Eye Control, Jund, Simic... Blue, black, yeah, so mostly Reanimator and Control. Okay, easy Loran here. There's a Colonnade. Blue, white's maybe open too, but Loran is great. They're going to go turn 1 land Soul Ring. We're going to go turn 1 land Mana Crypt, Loran, kill your Soul Ring. Then they're going to go turn 2 channel into Triplicate Titan, and we're going to go turn 2 land Palace Jailer. So we're about to get back to our first pack. I forget what the white cards were in it. There was nothing that really caught my eye. But now we'll start to see exactly how open white is when all the cards that we were hoping would wheel. Like, we'll see if they end up coming around. Wow. Yeah, white's open. Ephemerate is not great yet. It's good with these two, but I think we just want to take the Council Judgment here. Good removal spell. And there's Blade Splicer and Steel Seraph and Mishra's Factory. All of which are kind of interesting here. We just passed the Ephemerate. I think Steel Seraph might be the pick here. But that being said, Blade Splicer does make multiple bodies, which is good with the equipment and good with the Monarch game. Really close pick. I think I'm going to take the Splicer, but let me know in the comments if you think the Steel Seraph is better. I might be overrating that. Blade Splicer hits harder. and makes two bodies, which is really good with GT and also good if we get Skull Clamp. Steel Seraph, on the other hand, is just a better like creature on its own. It can like it's maybe better in racing situations. Close pick. Now I'll take Sunday Canyon. Three white cards here. This is we're probably not playing red, but we can just play this as a land that we can sacrifice to mitigate mana flood. If we play against mono red, we'll cut it. But in most matchups, taking a point or two of damage early on is well worth being able to mitigate mana flood in the late game. Nice. The Usher did wheel, so did Finks, but easy Usher. Reprieve even wheeled. That's a surprise, but a great surprise. So white is as open as it ever is. That is a great position to be in. We don't have many one drops, so that's the number one thing we would like. Well, Mox Pearl or Black Lotus is the number one thing we would like. But after that, just more one drops. We want to be low to the ground. Mother of Runes would probably be the best, but any one mana white creature would be good. Okay, we'll take Garrick, I guess. With how the rest of this draft has been going, I'm honestly surprised that there wasn't a white card in that pack, but we have a lot of stuff. Yeah, I guess green is kind of open too, but really, really strong start. Now what? I think we're going to take the Ancient Tomb here. Elite Spellbinder is solid, but we're assuming that will wheel. Sword of Fire and Ice is also solid, but we don't have Stoneforge Mystic yet. If we had Stoneforge already, I would consider taking this, but we're going to have so many playables. I think I'd rather just take this. Notable that that's our third colorless land. We also have Mana Crypt, so we want to make sure we have enough white sources. We also do want to prioritize cards that use the colorless mana. So like, I would much rather have Smuggler's Copter over Leonin Relic Order in this position when we have a lot of colorless lands. But yeah, we'll take this and then hopefully wheel the Spellbinder. This card's great. I would love to play it, but I think this is going to be a little bit harder to replace. Okay, we'll take a Thalia now. Not bad. Our creature count's a little low for Thalia, but we're hoping we're going to get some more. Weathered Wayfarer could be good too. It can find like Wasteland Strip Mine, but I think Thalia is better. And they're kind of equally likely to come around. This should come around. It's also just like a good pack. Like blue and black are very not open. And so like someone's definitely taking Daze, Click, Demonic Tutor, Karn, Tar Pit, Fury, like that's six cards that are almost definitely getting taken right there. So I think it's pretty likely that the Wayfarer comes around. Okay, another good pick. Good pack. Entomb is interesting. Gideon is very strong. Yeah, we'd probably just take the Gideon. It's tempting to take this to keep the curve down and try and have a higher creature count for Thalia, but I think Gideon is just so strong, especially with Mana Crypt and Ancient Tomb, that we want to take this. And one of these two white creatures is basically guaranteed to wheel. Okay, there's Skull Clamp. Do we want Skull Clamp or one of these white creatures? I honestly don't think we want Skull Clamp in this deck. If we already had Stoneforge, it would be fine. But we don't have anything that is great with right now, like kind of Blade Splicer. Like I would take it. I'm 100% sure that these are both going to wheel. Like somewhat, I think I'm not the only one drafting white, but no one cares about this kind of white card. So if there's only one, I would take the Clamp and wheel the creature. But given that there's two, I'm going to just take them both. I think we care a little bit more about the student, but Tithe Taker is nice as well. Okay, Mother of Runes, Solitude, and Figure of Destiny. Wow. Um, 6 white cards in this pack. That's kind of absurd. I think Mother of Runes is the best. Figure of Destiny is the most likely to get taken because red is not as open. So if we take Figure of Destiny, we guarantee that we'll wheel either Mother of Runes or Solitude. Whereas it would be a real bummer if we took Mother of Runes and then somehow these both got taken and we ended up having to settle for like Lingering Souls. So I think I'm actually going to take the Figure here, even though Mother of Runes is probably better. Because I think Mother of Runes is likely to come around, and even if it doesn't, we'll get Solitude, which is important as well. Interesting pick. Okay, I guess we'll take the Elspeth. I don't really want to play this in the main deck, but it's fine. Maybe it's good. There's also there's lands. Dam could be a weird sideboard card in some matchups. Hangerback Walker, same, but yeah, we'll take the Elspeth. All right, late path. That's great. This is sweet. We have Path and Swords, the redundancy in the 1 mana exile. Wasteland and Strip Mine, redundancy there. Mana Crypt and Ancient Tomb, redundancy for the fast colorless mana. Solid low curve, Council's Judgment for removal. I mean, this deck is like kind of a classic mono white deck in that it's like it has all the pieces, but it's just not broken. So if our opponent goes like turn one land, Dark Ritual, and two Exhume, we'll lose. We can't really do anything about that, but I like our spot. Interesting. We're definitely not playing Solemn. It would be nice to be able to play Goblin Guide. I think we're just gonna take Tide Hollow Sculler though, but we're not playing. I think we're pretty much guaranteed to be mono white here, and we're not gonna play any of those cards. Even if we somehow got no wheels, we have 16 spells we really want to play. Like we're totally on track, and we'll get some wheels. Yeah, there's Spellbinder, which I'll take over Sword. 9 creatures to 8 non-creatures is not the best ratio. Okay, there's Withered Wayfarer. That's great. That can find our Wasteland and Strip Mine. If we're on the play, it's not amazing, but we'll win when we're on the play anyways, so we'll hedge against being on the draw. Ooh, both of these cards wheeled. Which one's better? Pretty close. I think I like Adonto Vanguard a little bit more. Yeah, I'll take the Adonto. We do deal ourselves a reasonable amount of damage between Ancient Tomb, Mana Crypt, and Adonto Vanguard. Hopefully that's not a problem. Okay, we'll take Bloodchief's Thirst just in case we somehow end up splashing black. Ha, nice. So Solitude was taken, but we wheel the Mother of Runes, which honestly is better for us. When you see a 13th pick Mother of Runes and there's two other white cards in the pack, you want to be drafting white. So we found the open lane, that is for sure. Starting when we got the third pick, Palace Jailer. Alright, take a voice. I would totally play that if we had green mana, but we don't. So we already have 20 spells we really want to play. Honestly, I think we're not playing Reprieve right now. In our Thalia generally tap out deck. Very good sideboard card. Wow, green light's open. Alright, what do we want in pack 3? Number one thing by a mile would be just more fast mana. Mox Pearl, Black Lotus, anything like that. No such luck here. There's a Cauldron if we get Stoneforge. We're just going to take Skyclave Apparition. Really good pickup. Yep, just removal. Also lets us keep a relatively high creature count. Yeah, I'll put this in here. Now we see not much. We can't play Mox Opal, unfortunately. Teferi's great, but we're not a Teferi deck. It's really just Selfless Spirit. We could wield the Selfless Spirit for sure, but there's nothing else we even want in this pack. Right? Like, we're never playing Mox Opal here. So I guess we'll just take the only card we care about. Bit of a bummer of a pack, too, though. I think we're not main decking this Elspeth right now. Could move the Wayfarer to the board, but again in my Thalia decks I like to have a high creature count. So those are both cards we could bring in, but these are the cards that I think are like borderline uncuttable. I really don't want to cut in any of these cards. Maybe Weathered Wayfarer if we get more one drops, but we do want to have a one drop or a turn one play every game. Okay, both of the white cards here are pretty good. Leonin Relic Warder is 100% to come around, and Containment Priest is only 99, so we'll take this. Even though it's worse, like we're actually not playing this in the main deck, and um, we are playing the Leonin Relic Warder in the main deck. Okay, do we care about fetch lands? They're good with Weathered Wayfarer. There's also March and a sword. I don't think we're playing this. It's just too high on the curve. It's pretty minor upgrade to play one fetch land to make Weathered Wayfarer better. I guess we'll take the March. March is probably worth playing. It's good against the most broken things. Um, all right, now we'll take Intrepid Adversary. Pretty good pickup. March is really good against Moxen. That's the real draw to that card. So what's the play for Containment Priest? It doesn't do anything right now. The only thing, I guess we have mild synergy where like if we become the Monarch with Palace Jailer and then they become the Monarch back, and we have Containment Priest, they don't get their thing. I'm happy we have Selfless Spirit to ensure against board sweepers. With Wasteland and Strip Mine, we do want to play 16 lands, I think. So if the draft ended right now, we would play two more cards. Ooh. Okay, we'll take Oust. One mana removal spell is good. And Giver of Runes, great. This deck looks amazing. So right now we just play 12 basic planes and run it like this. And this deck curve is so low. All these one drops make the three colorless lands a little awkward. In fact, maybe we don't even play Ancient Tomb, weirdly. Yeah, I actually don't think we got there on the Ancient Tomb. Recruiter of the Guard is not bad. It is good with Ancient Tomb. Yeah, I think we take this. Probably over Blade Splicer in the main deck. And then, yeah, just plan on running 13 basic planes in this. This deck is great, though. We also have a good sideboard. We'll still play the GTA even without Stoneforge Mystic, but we're not going to take the Cauldron. I guess I will take the Cauldron because we're never playing any of these other cards. Um, Too bad we didn't get the Stoneforge. That would have helped. This was our first pack. That's still bad. If we get another wheel, what are we cutting? Oh, there's a Relic Order, which we do want to play. Do we dare go down to 15 lands? Maybe that's fine. Our curve is so low. Wasteland and Strip Mine aren't really lands. But, like, we're pretty much curving out at 3. I think we can afford to do that. Okay, this is a decent sideboard card against, like, in the mirror or against mono red. Alright. So I think I'm going to try 15 lands here. It's a really low land count, but our curve is super low. We have a lot of removal. There's an argument to moving Alice to the board, but I think I like having a lot of removal, just like creatures and removal. I think we'll be good against control, we'll be good against combo. So a matchup we're most afraid of is like mono green, and having access to a lot of removal for their ramp seems good for that matchup. All right, boom, mono white. This deck is savage. Reprieve. I don't think I'm gonna main deck Reprieve. We just want to like against a Reanimator, we can bring in Containment Priest and Reprieve and like kind of play at instant speed more with those two plus Cathar Commando and March and whatnot. But for the main deck, I think let's just run a streamlined build like this. And yeah, I'll see you in round one. All right, here we are for round one. We're on the draw with a hand that's good. I'm going to keep this on the strength of Weathered Wayfarer. We have both of our 4 drops and only 1 land, but the Weathered Wayfarer can find lands, which is huge. So yeah, we're just gonna play that on turn one. And then if they play land and they don't kill our Wayfarer, we'll be in an amazing position. Nice. Okay, so we'll use this, grab a plains, and drop Mother of Runes into play. Weathered Wayfarer putting in some good work right off the bat. Right, they just flip their Revealing Eye. They get to Thoughtseize us. That's fine. Take the Jite. That makes sense. I think I'm going to take another turn to grab a land with Weathered Wayfarer. And I think I'm going to get Wasteland to kill their Shelldock here. I'm not too afraid of this Revealing Eye. I'm just going to take some more hits, play Giver of Runes and pass. And then with the Giver and the Mother, it's going to be really hard for them to hurt us. They play another land. Okay. So we can just keep on getting lands with Weathered Wayfarer if we want to. Ophiomancer, okay. So this costs two, right? So I'll take another turn off, honestly. We can take one more hit from this. Our life total is getting a little low, but I don't think this is the matchup where they can punish us that much for that. Weathered Wayfarer has grabbed us three lands now. So if they go for the attack with a Revealing Eye, we can block, we can triple block it. If they just tap out for Ophiomancer, then we'll go for this. Yeah, we'll triple block and save both of our rune cards. And then they can only kill the Usher of the Fallen. Sunbit Canyon has been a little awkward. It's hit us for four, but that's fine. Two rune cards protecting one another. That's kind of sweet. They missed their land drop, so we finally cannot use Weather Wayfarer anymore, but it's done a lot. That's fine. Let's go land, Selfless Spirit, pass. And I think we're going to fire off Swords to Plowshares to take out their Ophiomancer end of turn. The One Ring. So we could let this be a 3-for-1 if we want to, and just march this immediately. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we'll just let them get at least one card off of it. That's fine. Swords to Plowshares, the Ophiomancer. Land? Nice. We'll play land. Play Palace Jailer to take out the snake. Oh, wait, I forgot we don't have any attacks this turn. Still, good position. Selfless Spirit protects us against board sweepers. They are going to be drawing a lot of cards with the One Ring. Um, but you gotta like this position. Hardcast Fallen Shinobi. Okay. So let's go Path the Shinobi. Yeah, I think I'll do this. It's not amazing, but do this. Grab another land. Um, Attack them with these three. Okay, I'll save this. Play Figure of Destiny, and then we'll march the Saga. And then we're set up to try and kill them next turn with a Gideon emblem. Plus, we're still the Monarch. So we're set against M Nation. If they have Toxic Deluge, it's a little annoying. Although we could rebuild fairly quickly with Gideon. Chandra, okay. That doesn't even work. Orcish Bowmasters, okay. This is still fine. I think we should be able to close this one out. Do we want to save the Mother of Runes? No, I think I'd rather have Selfless Spirit than Mother of Runes here. And I'm not even going to level up the Figure of Destiny. Just go land, Intrepid Adversary, kicked twice. Nice. So Grixis control. Bowmaster is great against us. Could be a kind of tough matchup, honestly, but we're able to win game one, which is key. Against the Bowmaster, we don't really have many options. We're just gonna accept that it's good against us, pretty much. Having another Planeswalker seems good in this matchup. I think we can cut Oust. Although if they're playing Shinobi, maybe Oust is good, especially on the draw. Man, my computer is working so hard right now. I don't really know why. I think we're just gonna run back the main deck, honestly. Maybe we cut Jite? No, they took Jite. They're afraid of this card. Let's just run back the main deck. This deck is perfect. Okay, a little heavy on the lands and not particularly explosive, but good curve. Um, yeah, definitely keep. Weathered Wayfarer was so good that game. All right, pretty easy to play hand. Just one drop, two drop, three drop, four drop. That's decent value for them, but it's fine. I'm gonna be mana efficient here. Mother of Runes is great. It sucks to wait on it, but I think I want to curve out here. All right, they're just playing there, dude. Let's take. They don't have double red right now. I think we're still gonna take Chandra. Yeah, I'll take the Chandra. And I'm gonna offer this trade because it's bad against Seasoned Pyromancer. I know it can kill their Talisman, but we don't care about the red that much. And I like the idea of just taking that off the board so our Gideon is safe. All right, big moment here. Do they have a counter for this Gideon? Do they top deck it? If this Gideon resolves, I think we're in a very powerful position. Okay, nice. It does resolve. We'll make our dude hit for 3 and pass. Threatening to swing for 9 plus 3 next turn. We can hit them down to 5. No, hit them down to 4, actually. Ooh, the 1 ring. That's annoying. Hmm. Okay, let's play Recruiter of the Guard. We can get probably just Palace Jailer. Get Palace Jailer, play Mother of Runes, make another dude, and pass. And then we're threatening lethal next turn. Ox, that's not fair. Nice, okay, I'm happy to see just the Seasoned Pyromancer. Carding Croxa, okay. Skull Clamp. I hope they equip that. All right. So, how do we want to proceed here? Palace Jailer, take out Seasoned Pyromancer, animate Gideon, attack with everything except Mother of Runes. Maybe we leave back the Recruiter too. Seems fine. Oh, actually, we can send this in too. Two blockers seems like plenty. Yeah, that was not particularly close. All right, very strong start. That was a kind of funny one. We just curved out. It just one drop, two drop, three drop, four drop, and that was enough. Want to know? I'll see you in round two. All right, on the play here against Soiree, who's got the 41 card special. We will definitely keep this hand. And this is a situation where we're basically going to strip mine on turn two no matter what when we're flooded and we have like we're ideally ahead on board with a use for our mana. Also punishing a mulligan potentially. The exception would be if we rip Mana Crypt off the top, in which case we'll just slam turn two Gideon. Wow, rip, slam, some aggressive verbs there. I hope y'all can handle that. Suwari is debating going to five. Hopefully they don't need to do that. They're like, oh, I have a one lander, could get there. And before strip mine ruins their whole career. All right, there we go. Figure of Destiny. Man, remember when we got Figure of Destiny and Mother of Runes out of the same pack? That's really something. Another white deck, huh? I was kind of hoping. Oh, they have a Mana Crypt. Okay, that changes things. We don't want to strip mine them anymore, I think. Maybe we do. Ooh, good draw. Okay, yeah, definitely not going to strip mine now. Alright, so we got a 2-for-1 against the Mulligan. We're ahead on board, but Thalia is pretty good. Maybe not. It makes Gideon cost more. I'm debating if I want to even Skyclave that or save the Skyclave for something better. But I think if they don't do anything and we get to like Skyclave Apparition their Thalia and have three creatures to none and just be beating down, that's probably a position we do want to be in. Right? Aggressive attack. I'm fine with this. So yeah, like do we just take Lion Sash instead here? I think I'm gonna start by attacking with both. If they want to, they're well, yeah, they aren't gonna block. And then I'm just gonna play Recruiter of the Guard. Not gonna use the strip mine here, since that would take us off of making a play. And now we get Palace Jailer, I think. Pass back. Lion Sash not too impressive here. Although it will become good down the road, so we'll probably will need to take it out with the apparition eventually. Can they do something significant here? Because if we just get to go like Skyclave into Palace Jailer or vice versa, they're gonna have a really hard time catching up on board. They just pass, and we draw Mana Crypt. Interesting. I think I'm gonna start with a strip mine here. Oh, well, maybe this is wrong. This lets them grow the Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, that was probably wrong. I'm just gonna play land Skyclave here. Yeah, that was probably wrong. I mean, I do like putting them down on mana. They can't reprieve, they can't counter this in any way. We'll pass. Just developing even more of an advantage on the board. The next turn we can go for the Jailer. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a Cathar Commando here in a turn or something, but I don't care about that. We do need to start dealing damage soon, especially if we're going to put Mana Crypt into play. That's a clock. Do they have like Path to Exile on Leon Relic Warder? Yes. Okay, they get the Mana Crypt back. We'll see what they're able to do with that. They win their first flip. Okay. Opponent's deep in thought over there. All right, what you got? Tithe Taker. Not scary. So which one of their creatures do we want to take out with a Palace Jailer if we play Palace Jailer? If we take both are surprisingly awkward. We can't attack if they take the Teferi. If we take Tithe Taker. Ooh, that's good. Okay, against that, I think I'm just going to play Palace Jailer and take Dahlia and pass, like not offer a trade here because we want to remain the Monarch. And I guess I will put this into play to cast the Jite. The Jite will win the game if they can't deal with it. We also have a good hand. Yeah, we're just in a good position all around. If they have like Elspeth, 4 mana Elspeth, they could pump their Tide Taker, hit us for 5, become the Monarch. That would be bad. I think we would still be ahead, but it would be bad. Okay. Sarah Paragon. Okay, that's kind of problematic. Good, we win the flip. So let's equip this here and attack. They can trade with the Usher. The Sarah Paragon means they can become the Monarch, but we can just become the Monarch right back after that. Maybe we're supposed to attack with the Figure of Destiny too. Um, Okay, now let's just play Gideon and make a token, and then we need to use the GT to kill the spirit now because, actually no, we don't. They might end up using if they replay Catharca or the Tithe Taker, then we need to remember that GT will cost one. They lose the flip. That's good. They can replay Tithe Taker and Usher of the Fallen from the Graveyard, but those just trade with GT counters. It's not too bad. They will get to gain some life, I guess. It's not that important though. And they have to choose between becoming the Monarch and hitting our Gideon down to one. Alright, they choose to become the Monarch. That's fine. They're going to get back their Thalia, which is actually kind of good for us here because we can kill it if we care about it, but for now it just taxes them. There's the Tithe Taker. That's fine. We lose this flip. That's okay. So let's go GT kill this. GT kill this. Equip GT here. Animate Gideon. Do we want to use Intrepid Adversary? Yeah, I think we do. Don't really care about killing the Mana Crypt. Do they have Reprieve? Sure. Okay, now I'm not going to play the Adversary. Now we'll just go to combat and attack with everything. Do they chump the Gideon or take a bunch of damage? Okay, we'll level this up. They're going to take 9, go to 2. I guess they do gain 2 life. A lot of triggers here. Do we want to play the Mother of Runes or Cathar Commando? I think I'm going to play the Mother of Runes, actually. Among other things, it means we don't have to pay life. They lose the flip and go to 1. They can become the Monarch and hit us down to 6, but we're not going to die, especially with GT to potentially gain life. Palace Jailer. Okay. That's a little scary, taking out Mother of Runes, presumably. Okay, no response to that. They sent everything at us? What? Okay, that's aggressive. Let's kill this so we take 5 and we don't die to 1 Mana Crypt failure. Go to 2, or go to 4, and then yeah, they're just. Why would they attack that aggressively? I guess they just think they can't win the long game. But with them being the Monarch, I feel like they don't need to be that aggressive. Maybe they do. They replay Thalia. We can kill that. They would gain 2 life. So don't need to worry about this flip. We win it anyways. Um, Okay, so we could kill the Thalia. They go to 3. We attack with everything. They're dead on board. Yeah. All right, so mono white mirror match. Interesting stuff. We definitely want the Jite. I'm happy to not have the ancient tomb. Um, I think going a little bigger seems decent here. Like Elspeth, Boonbringer, Blade Splicer 2. What do we not want? I definitely want all the removal. I want the Weathered Wayfarer on the draw. I think I'm going to cut Thalia. Adonto Vanguard. I'm going to cut Wasteland for a land. I'll keep the Strip Mine, though. Actually, I'm going to cut Sunbait Canyon, too. What's the last cut? Maybe on the draw, Elspeth is a little too slow. Yeah, this seems fine. We'll run it like this. It's also possible we're still supposed to be playing Thalia because, I mean, they have a lot of creatures, but we have so many creatures. Ooh, do we keep a one lander on the draw? I think I will. Mother of Ruins is like the best card in the matchup. Nice. Last game we both had Mana Crypts. This game neither of us do. Oh, they're playing blue too? Interesting. That might mean we want to bring Wasteland back in. Okay, we're just gonna play Student of Warfare and level it up once. I'm not gonna hold up Swords to Plowshares. Unless, maybe I should actually. If they reprieve this, that's great news. Okay, now I'll definitely just replay the Student and pass. But we probably will end up needing to use Swords to Plowshares on the Giver of Runes eventually. So there's an argument to just doing it now, but like I'd rather be mana efficient and just replay the Student since they reprieved it. Rapid Adversary, okay. It's fine. Alright, we're just drawing all the lands. We'll slam the Spellbinder, take a look at their hand. Ooh, these are both scary cards. Which one's scarier? If they play Palace Jailer, we can take the Monarchy back, but then they can take it back after that. The Wandering Emperor will just make tons of dudes. I think I'm going to take the Wandering Emperor with the Mother of Runes to protect against the Palace Jailer. They can become the Monarch, but we can become the Monarch back. And, like, I think we can fight this game, especially with Blade Splicer making a colorless blocker, so we'll have 2 colors of blockers. Interesting game. I actually really like these sort of mono white mirrors. It seems like it should be kind of simple, but I find them interesting. Like jockeying for board presence and determining which threats you need to care about the most and when you want to be attacking and when defending and whatnot. At what point trading resources helps versus hurts. Those are all pretty interesting questions. So they're debating whether or not to slam the Palace Jailer. I almost think they shouldn't. Okay, so if we block with a student and then we both protect our things, how does that look? Then they get to play Palace Jailer and take out one of our things, but we'll just become the Monarch back. They could take our Mother of Runes with the Palace Jailer, but then we still get to become the Monarch back. We could also just take the 3. Hmm. Okay, so we block, tap, they tap their thing. They play Palace Jailer, take out our Mother of Runes. We have Elite Spellbinder. We attack back, become the Monarch, and get our Mother of Runes untapped. But it has Summoning Sickness. I think that's a good exchange for us. If they go for this line, I think we come out ahead from that. Especially because, again, we have the Blade Splicer to protect our thing. And a 6 point life swing is not insurmountable, but it is somewhat of a consideration. I don't want the life totals to become too imbalanced, where we need to really be worried about it and they're not. So they play the Palace Jailer, take out whichever one they take out, we can become the Monarch back. They do take the Mother of Runes. I actually think they maybe should have taken the Spellbinder. Mana Crypt, not very good here. Although, no, I don't think we. Well, we could just play it, just a Leonin Relic order it. No, that's not right. Let's attack for 3. Get back our Mother of Runes. Then we're just gonna play land, Blade Splicer, and pass with Swords to Plowshares up. And now we're just in a great position. We're the Monarch. We have tons of blockers. Um, Mother of Runes does have Summoning Sickness, but it's gonna come off next turn. And I think I'm just going to try not to play the Mana Crypt this game because right now we can just play a long game, but if we have Mana Crypt in play, they win the long game eventually. So we need to that makes us need to be much more aggressive, and I would prefer to not have that pressure. So this is just going to be dead draw, and that's going to be okay. It's kind of a giveaway that we didn't use the Student of Warfare, but they also might have thought we just forgot. Their Palace Jailer is actively helping us a lot here. So they're holding Plains and 2 unknowns. And they have the Wandering Emperor in exile. Hmm. Okay. I think I'm going to double block this. They can kill 1. They should kill the Golem. Oh, no, no. What we should have done is Swords to Plowshares the Giver of Runes before we declared blocks. Yeah, slight mistake there. So we're going to give it protection from colorless. That's fine. Blade Splicer. Okay, I think I'm just going to take out the Giver of Runes end of turn. And then we untap and take out the Golem with our Leonin Relic Order. And now we're in a position. Oh, now it's definitely. Yeah, I think it's unlosable now. I was going to say nigh unlosable, but we can drop the nigh. All right, there we go. Solid performance. Yet to drop a game. I'll see you in the finals. All right, on the play against Slayer for the trophy. And whoo, no 1 mana play. I'm going to keep it for sure, but kind of wild. We have so many 1 mana plays and we don't have any in this hand. Maybe they'll play like a Mox and we can actually make March of the Otherworldly Light as a 1 mana play. Oh, playing against a fan. That's nice. Very nice first message and then an aggressive second one. Opponent's on a mulligan. We have multiple ways to deal with artifacts and enchantments. In fact, we have three. So I hope they have like triple mocks and then we just wreck them anyways. Alright, planes go. They do have mocks, okay. Be another artifact. Nice. Okay, so we'll march this. Yeah, this is like best case scenario for us because then we can Adonto or Leon and Relic Order this and they don't even get any counters if we bring it back. Or if they kill the Relic Order to bring their thing back. There's a Giver of Runes. Okay, that's fine. All right. So if we draw land, we can play Skyclave Apparition to take out the Giver, which would be great. Giver of Runes is good against our deck. And if not, we can play Dante Vanguard, but we're hoping to draw the land. No such luck. Okay. I think we're just going to play Dante Vanguard here. They both hit equally hard. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they play an artifact or enchantment, we can't necessarily kill it. We can't necessarily kill it now. So maybe just holding up Cathar Commander is better. It's kind of close. They're playing black too. Okay, lots of colors over there. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Sure, that's annoying. Really want to draw a land here. All right, well, we'll play that. That will give us lands, but not yet. So they're going to get a solid amount of value out of this Fable. And we can't block the Goblin Shaman either. Yeah, this is kind of bad. Missing the land drop still is unfortunate. We kept a two-lander. I guess we've only had three draw steps, so it's not that unlikely to miss three times in a row, but we do miss three times in a row. Ragavan, not too scary, although it's annoying with the Giver of Runes. We really need to answer this Giver. Okay, Strip Mine, great draw. Um, I think I'm still going to play Skyclave Apparition this turn, though. Yeah, I really can't afford them to just have protection from white. Then in response, they can give one of their things protection from white, and we can't attack, but that's fine. And the next turn, even if they don't play land, we can do the little Strip Mine trick to activate Weathered Wayfarer. And I'm happy to make any trades here. If they attack, we'll certainly be blocking. They don't attack. We draw land, but I'm still going to go for this turn. So we'll go Strip Mine, targeting Rogran Triome, and then with this on the stack, activate this. Fun little trick. We'll grab the Wasteland. Do we want to Wasteland them too? I don't think so. I think I'm going to just go for Cathar Commando. Actually, no. Let's just put them down on mana. It's close. Yeah, I'm going to just put them down on mana. So they can make a copy of their Goblin Shaman and make some treasures, which is a little annoying. They didn't do it end of turn. So yeah, they should have definitely made a copy of the Goblin Shaman token end of turn. Okay, there's another Mox. They have two Mox in. So we're going to take out their Reflection, I think, first. I don't want them to be just copying stuff. And with this, we're going to finally be in a position where we can attack unless they make a copy, but they do, so still no attacks. And it's weird that we haven't attacked them a single time and it's turn 7 and we feel like we're winning, but I do think that's the position here. Weathered Wayfarer picking up 2 lands was huge. We can finally start attacking now. Palace Jailer taking out the Goblin Shaman and then swing if we draw land. No such luck. So let's swing with these 3. Still leaving back 2 to block. I'm okay with any trades they want to make. Okay, we'll pay life here. They get back the Pentad Prism, but it has no counters. And then we're going to take out their Mox. I think that's better. I mean, we could also Spellbind them, but I think I would rather take out the Mox. And now with 1 mana, there's just nothing they can do. And this is kind of a merciless game. Going back to that, they passed. We're not going to use the Loran. Using Loran favors whoever's losing in general, and we're winning. Okay, I think I'm just going to play Land and Spellbinder. In general, Palace Jailer is better here, but I just want to make their Toxic Deluge cost 2 more. They might concede to this. Okay, so we take down game 1, 5-0 so far. This could be a tough matchup though. Like Ragavan, Fable are both really strong. They're playing like Grixis, maybe playing white. Um, this is good against Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Not that good against other stuff that we've seen, but they're playing black. Seems like a decent option. Um, Blade Splicer's also fine. Reprieve is probably not where we want to be. What do we cut if we bring in either of these 2? We're on the draw, so we definitely want the Wayfarer. We want all the removal spells against the Ragavan deck. Maybe on the draw, Spellbinder's worse than Splicer, but I don't think so. I think we're just going to run it back. All right. Okay, hand. No 1 mana creature again, but we can... If they play Ragavan on turn 1, it's going to be awkward. We have to decide if we want to pitch a card to take it out. But hopefully they don't have Ragavan. They don't. We're just going to wasteland this immediately. The wasteland strip mine aspect of this deck is a big part of what makes it good. 1 drop. No such luck. I am just going to jam an Intrepid Adversary on turn 2 here if they... Looks like a Pentad Prism. Sure. Man, not really what we were hoping for. A lot of lands in a row. Alright, they have a lot of mana. Let's see what they can do with it. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Fair enough. Man, that's brutal. Alright, we're going to swing. We'll see if they accept this trade. They don't. Alright, Spellbinder. Holy moly! That hand is insane. Jeez. Oh god, how are we gonna ever beat this? I don't even know, man. This is wild. Maybe we take Fractured Identity because that's annoying against the Monarch. Don't really care about Kolaghan's Command or Treachery. Wrath of God, I think we can play around. Yeah, I'm going to take the Fractured Identity. But these cards are all really good. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. Even if they play land, they can't play Elspeth. So yeah, we'll take out this. Or make it cost more. Now we'll see what they loot away. All of those cards are just so powerful. They loot away just Treachery. Okay. Did they find a land? They must have found a land if they only discarded one card. Yep, there's the land. So they can Kolaghan's Command using their last Pentad Prism counter to kill the Spellbinder if they want to. Um, I think I'm gonna let this happen. No. Let's take this out. The thing is, we could Palace Jailer to take that out, but then if we have 3 creatures and they have none, it's just such an easy wrath for them. This Pentad Prism is basically a treasure token right now. Hopefully we draw something to add to the board that's not like Gideon would be our best draw probably. Are you kidding? Have we drawn basic planes every single turn? That's wild. Alright, I guess we just jam the Palace Jailer. So kind of punished for the block that we made. We could have, if we had not blocked, we could have just hit them for 3 extra damage and then kind of forced the Wrath. So that would have been better. Another land? Wait, what is going on? I think we've actually drawn a land every single draw step. They find Volcanic Island, so they could just slam Elspeth now. Yeah, there's the Elspeth, so we need to find Council's Judgment. We get a couple looks. But even if they hit it, I mean, yeah, I think we're just going to die. Very frustrating game. Are we going to draw another land here? I kind of hope we do at this point. We don't. Um, if we take out this, it's going to give them even more value, but I think we do it so that we can maintain the monarchy for at least one more turn. These spot removal spells look so bad here. Man, maybe we could have played better. Maybe we're supposed to take Elspeth instead of Fractured Identity there. Maybe we're supposed to, like, march one of their tokens. I don't know. Um, yeah, weird game. Reprieve is probably good here. Yeah, they have so many expensive things. Let's bring in Reprieve. They Wrath, they get back their Fable. I'll take one more draw set for course or from Council's Judgment. Even if we hit it, we're unlikely to win, but it's possible. Loran, okay, you got me. Right? Yeah, there's no way we can win from this position. Okay, on the play now. Let's cut the GT, I think. That's not really what this game is about. Cut the GT for Reprieve. Do we want to bring in Containment Priest against Fable? It's not that good. It's only good against the Fable flipping. Um, yeah, I think we'd run it like this. We're playing 15 lands. I can't believe that level of mana flood. Now we're definitely going to have to mull to 4 because we get no lands. Oh, we have the opposite problem once again. Jeez. All right, I think it's a keep. It's not a good keep, but I love having the Wasteland and the March to deal with their multiple Moxen. We're so threat dense though. We have like 18 cheap creatures. I don't know how we keep on drawing these hands that don't have them. Problem is, this hand just doesn't pressure the opponent much. It disrupts them well, but it doesn't pressure them enough. Let's draw a one drop, please. Adonto Vanguard. I think we're still supposed to wasteland them. Maybe not. Actually, no, I'm going to play this. It's a lot better to wasteland when we already have some pressure established. We could get punished for this, but most things they play here, if they play anything that we care about at all, we can just take out with Skyclave Apparition. Like, Fable is the card that would be kind of annoying, and we can't... I guess if they go land Mox Fable, we get slightly punished for not hitting them with a Wasteland. Okay, can we draw a 2-drop? We can. Interesting draw. Okay, do we want to just jam the Relic Order as a 2-2? I think so. Given that we have multiple other ways to deal with artifacts and enchantments. Miscalculation, okay, that's fine. Demonic Tutor, interesting. And kind of annoying. I was hoping to be able to play Skyclave for value here. Now if we draw a brick, I think we just have to pass. I would love to just draw any creature. I guess other than Palace Jailer. Even Palace Jailer would be fine, but just any creature. I just don't want to draw like Oust here. Banes is maybe even worse than Oust. Alright, the Dante Vanguard solo this game. So they presumably got Fable. That's bad. Wow, yeah, the power. Wait, do they have two Mox and Ancestral Recall and Demonic Tutor? Maybe I'm conflating the two Mox guy was last game, but I think it was this game. Ragavan, okay, that's fine. Now please let me just draw a spell here. Playing 15 lands, we've drawn. Yeah, so only a third of our deck is lands, and any spell we can cast. Oh, that was maybe the best one. It was at our Palace Jailer. So make a 2-2, hit for 5 and pass. Or hit for 3. And we're threatening to put them to 1 next turn while having good removal. And they can't even sweep our board. They don't have white mana. Yeah, I think we're in a pretty good spot here. It's great that their best play last turn was Dash Ragavan. They still don't have any white mana. Um, Reprieve would be the best draw here by a lot. Fable, okay. Thor Commando, okay, so it's plus this and attack with everything to start. If they want to trade with a knight or chump block, that's fine. Okay. Now, do we go for Cathar Commando to take out the Fable? I think so. Like, they don't have white mana right now. I don't want them to, like, dig towards a white source and then Fractured Identity or Gideon and start to change the tide. Mox Ruby, okay. Stomp, okay. If they're just casting Bone Crusher Giant, they're dead. Okay. They could have Force of Will. They could also have Subtlety. Um, I guess I'll play around them having Subtlety by playing Council Judgment instead of Skyclave Apparition. I guess it's the same thing with Force of Negation. So maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we're supposed to play the Skyclave. Tough to say. But either way, we do win. Ooh, feels good to get that trophy. Puts us back on top of the trophy board, leaderboard, tied, I guess, with Opa. Um, yeah, this deck was really good. Um, a few things made it good. First of all, Strip Mine Wasteland gave us a ton of game against greedy mana bases. Um, that was good multiple times. We also were able to search it up with Weathered Wayfarer in one match, which was sweet. Next, really good low curve. We had 3 1 mana removal spells, 4 if you count the March, 6 1 mana creatures, lots of 2 mana creatures, just like a low curve, so we were able to hit the ground running most games. We actually did, it seems like we had a disproportionate number of games where we didn't have a 1 or a 2 drop, given that that's like our whole deck, but still, that was good. And then we had great removal with Oust, Path, Swords of Plowshares, March, Council Judgment as pure removal spells, and then Skyclave Apparition, Palace Jailer, Cathar Commando, Leonin Relic Warder, and Loran as like pseudo removal. And then just like good threats that could hit hard with Spellbinder. The deck was honestly great. The only things that could improve it, I mean, more fast mana would be great, of course, if we had more Moxen. Also, like having a Stoneforge package would be nice. But this is like almost a perfect mono white deck for having no or only one piece of fast mana. Just a really, really powerful streamlined deck. Hit the ground running and got the trophy. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.